Alright guys, welcome back to Ozark Mountain Garage. Thank you so much for watching, and if you would, please like and subscribe if you like what you see. I got to remind myself to slow down a little bit when I'm videoing. I have the tendency to talk really fast because I feel like I need to get through it as fast as possible. But yeah, I got to get this hot rod I'm building, and I want to give you an update. Things are going along pretty good. Let me show you what we got. Videoing by myself, it's hard for me to get in here and show you everything I want to show you. I just got through shooting a little video showing how this transmission cradle and works, and but I had to, having the video stationary and not having somebody video me makes it a little more difficult to really see what you got going on. But this is really cool. I built sliders. See those sliders there and there in the front and back, and built a cradle for the transmission. I got all the bolts out. The motor is there and the transmission's in place. But what's really cool is you can slide this thing back and it'll hit the bump stops right here. So that'll give you 7 inches, which will give you plenty of room to pull the torque converter or your stator out without having to remove the transmission. And so basically it's a transmission slider. But yeah, coming along pretty good. Before I could really finish this thing up, I still need to pull the transmission out. I need to pull the motor out so I can finish a bunch of welding for the firewall. I've still got a lot to do. Also, I'll probably do that, get all the welding done on this step before I move to the next step. The next step is going to be pulling this thing, sliding the transmission back, lifting it up about a 1/2 inch so that I can bring it back farther to drop it down. And excuse me, once it's in that position, I'll go ahead and get my tunnel bars built. I'll place a bar here and here on each side and run it back, and it's going to be supported, be attached to the rest of the frame and the rest of the build, the drive shaft loop and what have you. But anyway, that's kind of where we're at. We've got that built. That's took me quite a while to build that. It took me about a day and a half just to figure out how I was going to do it. But also the transmission, I've cut the motor mount here, angled it down, got my brackets built, added the support bars for the front engine mount. Also, I built, let me show you, I have to use a flashlight because I can't get in here and show you everything. I hate these things that start giving all those different ones. But anyway, here's your the motor mounts I built. I got them welded in solid. Should work pretty good. Again, I got to finish doing all the welding on the inside. Come around to this side. Same thing. I built the other motor mount so that I've got a stable platform for it to sit on. Now this engine plate, you had a bolt that would bolt to the block at the bottom, but it didn't have anything to bolt to on this side. I'm going to take the glare off there. So what I did is I actually built a little bracket to bolt to it. Let's see if I can get in here and show it to you. So I built this little bracket. I apologize, it's so bright it's causing a glare. But anyway, I built this little bracket so it has something to bolt to. Gosh, I just turned my tail. But anyway, that's where we're at. Turn this off. Yeah. And it's I'm really enjoying the build. I've got the engine sitting in there. My next step is I'm going to have to take my engine crane, and I've got some I think it's 2 1/4 or 2 1/2 1/4 inch thick stock that I use for a trailer hitches when I build a trailer hitch. So I'm going to take a piece of that and run that in through here, have it sticking out about another 2 feet. So that I can get in far enough. I've got this motor tucked in really tight, and so I need to get in tight enough to be able to grab a hold of that motor, pick it up a little bit before I start sliding out on it. And the way it's set up right now, it won't reach it too far back. The front of the shop crane hits right here. So I've got this thing tucked way back in there to give me more traction on the rear end. And but yeah, it's coming along good, man. I've got some ideas on how I'm going to build my tunnel, and in the middle, my goal is I'm going to build I'm going to have it. Let's see if I can show you. I'm going to have this boxed in right here over the top of the tunnel, so that I can run all my electrical through the center there, right through my tunnel between the seats, and that should keep things pretty clean in the engine compartment. And yeah, should work out good, man. It's coming along. It just takes time. Everything takes time, and you know, I used the other transmission I have back here in the back, sitting on a transmission jack. I used it to mock up the cross braces. This is 1/4 inch angle iron for my cross member on the back of the transmission. 1/4 inch angle iron by 2 inches by 2 inches, and I basically turned it into a piece of box iron. You can probably see back through here. Got it stitch welded, and then I used 1.25 by 1.25 in the front, and then coped it out so that it wouldn't hit the converter underneath the transmission. And I drilled out all my holes to mount it so it's stable. Also added, you know, the bolts will go through the top as well as the bottom and all the way through the brace. So it's encapsulated, I don't know if that's the right word, by 3 sides. I couldn't do it totally because it's going to be a slider, but yeah, turned out pretty good, man. I'm happy with it. Used a piece of chrome moly, 1.25 chrome moly to stiffen up the 2 braces. But yeah, it works really good. I got the bolts out. You can just slide it back. It slides back. You got plenty of room to work on your converter and your stator, and then you just slide it right back up into place. If anybody's ever had their transmission out and trying to restab it, it's a pain on the jack. You got to level it up, and you know, it's tough to do, especially with one person. And so now with this building this race car, I mean, one person can get down there, pull the four bolts out of the brackets that hold the cradle, that are in the cradle, and then pull your transmission bolts out and slide that thing back, work on it, slide it back together. So it'd be a one man job. Could do it pretty quickly once they've removed the drive shaft and the shifter linkage. So anyway, yeah, I'll keep you guys up to date. Thank you so much for watching, and again, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow this channel. It's a slow process. I'm trying to put a video out once a week, but yeah, I've got so much work to do. It's hard for me to stop long enough to put out a video, but I'm doing it anyway. We'll make it happen. But hopefully things will keep moving along the way they're going, and go a little quicker eventually, and I look forward to getting this thing on the road, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. You guys have an awesome day. Again, please like and subscribe. Thank you.